So firstly, just looking back to Tuesday, it was a really hard-fought defensive point that you gained there. How's everyone come through that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, apart from Verdane, who obviously had the injury in the first half, there was a few sore bodies on Thursday morning. But you know, apart from that, we seem pretty okay. Yeah, I was delighted with the way they went about the business on Tuesday. First half, thought we did some good things with the ball, and then second half, like you say, we had to defend really well. And to be fair, each and every one of them did that manfully.
Verdane Oliver, how is he? Has he been assessed since then?
Yeah, I'm not going to go into the details in terms of trying to explain the type of injuries because I'm not, a medical man. But basically, it's not as bad as first feared. There's obviously clearly injury to the ligaments. There's no bone break. That was when I seen the size of his ankle when he was walking off. I was almost convinced that he broken his ankle because it was so big and it was huge. But it's not as severe as first thought. Is there an opportunity to see him before the end of the season? There's an outside chance. I think initially we thought absolutely no chance, but I think there could be an outside chance, yeah.
Is he doing his rehab here, or has he gone back to Bradford?
As far as away, he'll be here for a while. I mean, he literally left about 10 minutes or so ago. He's still got his boot. I'm sure he'll have his boot on for at least another few days or maybe a week, and then back into the rehab as quick as he possibly can.
Is there any fresh concerns ahead of tomorrow's game?
The only one who is Ricardo. I know obviously he missed out on the squad on Tuesday, but when he trained on Thursday he turned his ankle. We've had a few of them of late because obviously the pitches are getting a little bit harder because the weather's getting a little bit better. So he's touch and go whether he's going to be available for the squad tomorrow.
Well, we saw a very hard-fought defensive display. When you did have the ball on Tuesday, we saw more of a passing game than maybe we've seen before in this season. Is that finally seeing sort of your impact and what you want them to do?
I think it is, but I won't. I sort of wouldn't. I wouldn't sort of say that. Right, that's my style and that's me implementing on the team until probably another 5 or 6 games. And I suppose that's the unfortunate thing in terms of the amount of games between now and the end of the season is such a short period of time. But there's lots of games in that period which you can do as much work on the grass as you want, but ultimately you need to see if they can sort of implement it in games. I think there was, like I say, a big improvement from sort of Saturday to Tuesday. I think personnel sort of helped again from that point of view, and I also think that having that belief and bravery to actually do it is a big thing as well, and I thought we did that on Tuesday. So I'd like to think that over the period of games you'll see a little bit more and more, and hopefully it'll be a little bit more threat in the opposition's half as well.
I suppose does it not help because you've got Saturday, Tuesday, you haven't got as much time actually out on the training pitch? Yeah,
absolutely. I think I've had 4 training sessions on the pitch, and obviously 2 of them are the day before the game, so you can't actually do too much. You can't do anything intense. And obviously after sort of 2 games in 3 days, Thursday and Friday this week has probably not been as intense as I would normally do a Thursday, Friday.
You've had 2 games against the top 3, and now you're going against the team in 23rd. So a change in styles, pace. How are you looking at going into this one?
Yeah, we're going to try and have the same approach. I mean, obviously, all I would say is that Chopper's last 3 games, they've picked up 3 draws, so they're doing quite well. And they've had, some tough fixtures in those 3 games as well. He's obviously a newish manager going back into a team and a group that he knows. So I've come up against him many a times, against many teams. I know what his team's about. They're very, very difficult to play against, hard to beat, well structured. So if we want to create anything in the game, we have to move the ball quickly. But at the same time, we have to be resolute. And there were certain traits that the team had on Tuesday that they're going to need again on Saturday.
It's your first home game, so are you looking forward to A, you getting in front of the fans, and B, them being able to see what you're about a bit more? Yeah, no,
definitely. I mean, I'm really looking forward to the game, excited. I'm sure the players are, because it's an opportunity for them to show that they can do it a little bit differently to what they have done over maybe a couple of seasons or so. And I want them to express themselves and enjoy it and play a sort of brand of football that hopefully everyone can sort of enjoy.
Something you spoke about is kind of just taking the handbrake off. There's 7 games to go. We know what the gap is. How hard is it to say to somebody, you've been doing it this way, just go out there and just take the handbrake off and do it?
Yeah, I mean, it's all right me saying it. You just want them to have the sort of belief in to go and do it. And I suppose what I'm trying to do is take a little bit of the fear factor away and just say, look, you know, if we make mistakes by trying to be positive but do it the right way, I'll take the hit, not them. And I'm happy to do that. I do think over a period of time, if the braver you are, the luckier you become. I do believe that, you know, but I also think the harder you work, the luckier you become as well. So we've got to get that mix between being brave, working hard, and I'm sure that, you know, if performances keep on improving, the results will sort of come with that.
Perfect, thank you.